I have just arrived at Hamilton West Primary School to visit the Adventure School holiday program. Now, we have been here before and it's going to be cool to see some familiar faces and see what they're getting up to today. But I hear that some of the guys are doing some science experiments, so we're going to head into this classroom now to hang out with some of the juniors and see what sort of stuff they're learning today. Well, we've just seen the juniors here at Edventure doing some pretty cool science experiments and things, and I'm keen to learn a little bit more about what they have been doing. So what were your names, guys?
My name's Tamira.
Yeah.
Finn.
Cool.
Danica. Hemi. Pookie.
Awesome, cool. So what exactly were you guys working on this morning when we arrived?
We were working on lava lamps.
Okay, so what kind of ingredients did you guys use to make those?
We used baking soda, vinegar, oil, and some colouring liquid.
Nice. Good memory. There you go. So what actually happened when you guys mixed all the ingredients together?
The oil started rising up, and then the water was sinking because it's the heavier one than the oil.
Yeah.
And it started bubbling up.
Cool. Man, you guys are so smart. Good stuff there. Have you guys done any other science experiments this morning?
Before we did the lava lamp, we did something. Well, it's right there on that desk over there, and it had it was in the frisbee, and there was some milk in there, and some black food colouring, and some red food colouring.
Cool. Awesome. What else have you guys been doing at this holiday program as well?
Having fun and playing with each other.
Cool. What's been your favourite game to play?
Duck, duck, goose.
Man, I love that game. That is always heaps of fun. But I wanted to know as well if you guys had a few jokes to tell me, because these guys seem pretty funny. So what about you guys? Do you have any jokes at all?
Why does an old man like to play dodgeball?
Why?
Because he loses a lot.
Did you make that one up? Yeah, that was a good joke. What about you guys? Do you have some jokes?
Yeah. What happens if you eat marshmallows in space?
What?
They turn into marsh space.
Really? Also, you got some as well?
Why do babies play basketball?
Why?
Because they like to dribble.
Hey, that's a good one. Very, very good. Did you have another joke as well?
Why did Cal cross the road?
Why?
He wanted to go to the movies.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you guys so much for chatting to me and some amazing jokes. We'll have to see what else they get up to later on. It was really cool seeing how the juniors made their very own lava lamp. We did it a little bit differently in the Mishmash Science Lab recently though, so let's go and see how we did it. Well, it's time for our next experiment now in the Mishmash Science Lab, and again we are going to be using a tall drinking glass and some water, but this time we are making our very own lava. And don't worry, it's not hot lava that could burn your skin, it is just going to be a really cool version of that, and we'll be able to see some really cool stuff happening. So the things you're going to need to make that lava are a tall drinking glass, some water obviously, about 1/4 of a cup of vegetable or canola oil, a teaspoon of salt, and a few drops of food colouring. Today I have chosen red food colouring, obviously, to make it that lava look. So I'm going to fill my tall drinking glass with about three quarters full of water. That's what I'm trying to say, and then. There we go. And then I'm going to add only about 5 drops of food colouring. You don't need too much. If you've ever used food colouring before, you would know that it is quite strong and it goes very far as well. So you can use it for other stuff. Maybe you'll try making Play-Doh or something cool like that, or maybe try making a volcano to go with your lava. That would be pretty legit, but we'll go 5 drops, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all good. Sweet, so our food colouring's in there, and the next ingredient we need is our oil. So I've got that here in this glass, about 1/4 cup, like I said, and I'm going to pour that on top of the water. So what happens here is the oil is actually lighter than the water. It's just like what was happening with the salt water and the ordinary tap water. It's not as dense as tap water. And then if I add a little bit of sugar, salt, then we will see what happens here. So. Whoa, so it's making little bits of lava, and that is because the salt is a lot denser than the water and the oil. So as the salt drops down the bottom, it carries the oil with it, and we can see our lava happening. And then as the salt dissolves, it comes back up, the oil comes back up to the top because it's lighter than the water. How cool is that? So if you'd like to try that at home, check out our website, mishmashtv.co.nz, for everything you'll need and how to do it yourself.